Kaji Aso Studio presents A Spot of Beauty, 51st Anniversary. This is our program, and you can click pause if you would like to read it in detail. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here to help Kaji Aso Studio celebrate our 51st anniversary. My name is Kate Finnegan, and I serve as Executive Director. A Spot of Beauty has been a long-time theme of Kaji Aso Studio, and it was first used at our 30th anniversary large exhibition held at Boston Prudential Center's Winter Garden in 2003. Last year at this time, we celebrated our historic 50th anniversary and received wonderful recognition, including the conferment of the Order of the Rising Sun Gold and Silver Rays from the Cabinet Office of Japan, a certificate of recognition from United States Senator Markey, a certificate of recognition from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, a letter of support from the Consulate General of Japan in Boston, a certificate of recognition from Boston's Mayor Wu, and a certificate of recognition from the Boston City Council. Throughout this past year, we celebrated the theme Flying Together with exciting programs, including year-long presentations for the 50th anniversary concert series and special events. Here are some flyers highlighting the past year of events. Our small but dedicated team worked extra hard to keep up with the festive, busy schedule. And it has been a big success. Special thanks to the trustees of Kaji Aso Studio. Administrative Assistant Monita Rajbanshi, and Concert Series Director Mikiko Sato. Thank you to the grants that helped make this programming possible. We are very grateful for all we have accomplished, not only this past year, but over the many years since the very beginning in 1973 with the inspiration of artist and founder Kaji Aso. Over the years, our roots have grown deep and our branches wide. Yet the core values of Kaji Aso Studio remain consistent, including Kaji Aso's quote, "Sharing art is the most peaceful way for all human beings to live together." As we now step over the half-century mark, we look forward to continuing this journey together with you. In the current 51st anniversary exhibit, I chose this masterpiece painting by Kaji Aso titled "Sleeping in the Desert" for the centerpiece. After making that decision, I was curious about what element represents the 51st year, the way gold represents the 50th. I was pleased to find out that sapphire and emerald represent 51 years. This painting is really perfect for our anniversary. Our in-person 51st anniversary celebration, A Spot of Beauty, was held at our home base, Kaji Aso Studio, on November 9th, 2024. Music was performed on our newly gifted Steinway L grand piano, the Cynthia. Everyone here is very thankful for this beautiful and meaningful donation. And I wish to take a moment to thank all the performers who were here in person for the November 9th event. Takahiro Miyao presenting his video Silver and Gold. Michael Bialis and Sarah Coletti reading poetry by Kaji Aso Studio's poetry group. Musician and composer Mikiko Sato performing her original piece, Waltz in the Harvest Moonlight. Sarah Curtis, soprano, and Linda Papatopoli, piano, performing a Japanese art song. Linda Papatopoli, longtime accompanist for Mr. Aso, performing works by Chopin. The 51st anniversary celebration was filled with warmth, and as the evening wound down, we remain grateful for sharing art as a peaceful way to live. I would also like to congratulate all the artists, musicians, and poets, and send very best wishes for Kaji Aso Studio's 51st anniversary year. Let's work hard for the future. Please know how grateful we are for all your support and encouragement. Thank you. The A Spot of Beauty program includes 4 sections of artworks displayed with music, 3 sections of poetry readings, and 2 short videos by Takahiro Miyao at the beginning and end. Please enjoy.
Once upon a time, people were given a chance to dig the mountainside to find a treasure that was silver or gold. Just one guy settled with silver, but all others went for gold. The guy with silver worked hard to make wonderful silverware that made him a fortune because he was the only one. But all others were stuck with gold that no one wants anymore. The moral of the story is so simple and so clear. You should work hard on what you have when you are young, and don't try to find any gold that will spoil you and make you lazy, and you will regret when you get old, when you get old, when you get old.
Ora ferita in cuore che gita sangue, che a poco
Tonight's poems are by poets who participated in the Kaji Aso Studio poetry workshop. You might hear echoes among the poems that were written in the workshop because each week, keeping in mind a common theme, the participants generate a list of 7 words with the workshop leader offering the starting word, and then, using free association, each poet in turn adding a word. Each poet then creates a poem using all 7 words. Beauty is everywhere. You can have it. Yet, to discover beauty, you have to have beauty in your heart. Kaji Aso.
Here am I, first inscribing, now deciphering, edging toward what's behind. Aaron Palazzolo Loparo.
Star globe. The gods shook the heavens tonight, and despite the city's ambient light and the persistent clouds at play, the dim path of a comet appeared, shooting past the hunter's moon and into October's purple skies, as if the heavens had hearts and eyes. Allison Tolman Rogers.
If you came this way. If you came this way in spring, you would see squirrels jumping from bare branch to bare branch and daffodils beginning to bloom. If you came this way in summer, you would feel the sun beat down on your skin and see tourists sitting on the beach watching children swim. If you came this way in fall, you would feel the cool breeze, see many colored leaves swirling, and taste the newly picked apples. If you came this way in winter, you would feel the coldness in your bones and the snow freezing your fingers. If you came this way at dawn, like a baker, you would see the sunrise glistening off the sound. If you came this way at night, like a thief, you would hear the hoot of a great horned owl and the chilling screams of red foxes. If you came this way. Fred Donovan.
A lesson in air pressure. My first airborne balloon was a solid medium green, becoming smaller and smaller in a pale blue sky. My father, who lived in the upright world, in the canopy layer with grown-ups, knelt. He put one thick arm, covered with black curly hairs, around me. Delivered the only thing he knew how, the truth about balloons. He used the word atmosphere, said the air was thin up there, air pressure inside and outside the balloon, weight of gases. We looked up, my tear-smeared face, his clear brown eyes, brown as mine, his cheek scratchy with stubble that time of day. I was 3 going on 4. His gift was the second best thing to owning a balloon. Sarah Coletti.
Dappled light, under floating leaves, slow movement of fish. Kate Finnegan.
Sposa, e Dio mi canta tacichetto dato, foglia di menta,
Starting anew. Sitting in the warm sun at a cafe, swirls of milk foam paint a bear's snout in the cocoa, complete with light reflected in its eyes. After the record-breaking rainstorm, the ground was so wetted it could hold no more, and rivers widened into lakes. Today, I could have worn a summer dress. Irma Rapul Wilson. Falling stars. High above and beyond city lights, like shooting stars, they rage, on fire in the atmosphere. They blink. Their tails are streaking, screaming through a silent black night. No one questions if they are there, though we have lost their light to polluted sky. You cannot catch sight of them, the Perseids, but as they pass, great energy is released upon the earth, and it is felt far and wide, with gentle tingles of the skin and dreams that take your breath away. Jean Guccino.
Memories of summer. They used to take turns pushing each other on the tree swing, laughing and reaching for the sky with their toes, pretending they were acrobats performing in a circus. They hunted for crayfish in the nearby stream, splashing with glee, and lay out on flat rocks, gazing at clouds, making up stories and catching their breath. A frayed rope hangs from the old tree branch now, swaying in the breeze. Daisies and lemon yellow daylilies sprawl next to the quietly gurgling stream. Marge Lehman.
An orange sun rises. A luminous ball peeks through wide ribbons of indigo, celadon, and charcoal, like a spirit kicked through an opening in the sky. Suya Chen.
A Spot of Beauty. This was originally written as my lyrics for the song Fly Me to the Moon. So I'll read as if I were singing. Trying to find a spot of beauty in this ugly world. Crying and wandering in the downpouring rain. So many ugly spots that you can try only in vain. There are many spots of beauty in the world of art, surely bringing joy and ringing a bell in your heart. Oh, what a beautiful world where you can play your own part. Takahiro Miel.
Stars twinkle, the moon has set. In the blink of an eye, a meteor and its tail of light appear and are gone. For an instant of wonder, childhood again fills my breast. Michael Bialis.
A new day. Ripening apples and plums on trees call out to become jam and jelly and are met with a tornado of blind effort. On these hot and wind-still days, the thick, dizzy feeling in my head calls out to me to cool down and do nothing. Irma Rapul Wilson.
Terpsichore. As the primeval dawn rides the line of the horizon, a craggy twig shifts into forms of white and gray. Sturdy young leaves form a backdrop of hues, lifting towards light in a slow ballet. Pink petals open, casting tones on their brethren, and vanish night's angst in a heady array. Allison Tolman Rogers. Surprisingly furious geomagnetic storms bring auroras that flow upward like geysers. Spirit messages reflected in green, mauve, and scarlet across the night skies. Sightings widespread across the Earth's mid-latitudes. Marge Lehman.
Squirrels nibble and twirl, red and yellow leaves fly high, landing still. An autumn wind rustles loud and very tender. Suya Chin. Gravity's road. Raindrops hit the glass, birthing beads of moisture that draw a spotty vertical line, skipping like a pen short of ink. And each droplet continues, straight down, no drift, each at its own pace. One lingers, then races, pauses at a smudge on the glass, but compelled onward, downward, to the windowsill, then further, in a straight, broken, pearly line from the heavens to earth. Sarah Coletti.
Peak moments. Wild, wide open, sun searing the mountaintop. Ringed, glowing space. Aaron Palazzolo Loparo.
October sweet. Squirrels gnaw at jack-o'-lanterns. Rain patters at the window. Autumn's chill descends early. Raindrops fall heavily. Cold winds pierce old bones and churn the canal. Yet the novice crew rows in sync. Bright faces of youth determined. Row on against the roiling waters. Winning is not all. Tomorrow is another day to best the better and learn along the way. Just now the leaves are turning, so late before the snow. Again the chance to hold each one and never let it go. Jean Guccino.
Harvest moon, bright nut within its halo shell. Kate Finnegan.
The bride swirls in a white wedding dress, her wet eyes shining. From across a nearby lake, a loon calls for his mate. Fred Donovan.
After the downpour, the bending low of white hydrangeas. Michael Bialis.
upon a time there was a little house standing in a small town. She was happy to see children round her under beautiful deep blue skies. Those were the days, my friend, the little house enjoyed together with her neighbors and close friends. Surrounded by green trees, though things were changing as time went by, however, gradually. Lie, 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 Then one day the little house realized it was squeezed by high-rise buildings. People came and went along the railway and busy highways around the house. So she could not stand it anymore, and then decided to leave the center of the town, moving to where she could really belong to and join her own neighbors and close friends. Lie, 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 lie.